Hello, my name's Colum Pawson and I'm standing in Henri's field at Schumacher College amongst our beautiful flax beds. On my right hand side here I've got Andy Letcher, who is one of the senior lecturers at the college. Andy, could you tell us a bit about why we're growing flax this year?
Sure, yes. So this is one of my harebrained schemes for our new masters, the MA in Engaged Ecology. And the idea was really to put people back in touch with where textiles come from. So it's very easy in this day and age to just click on a button online and then a t-shirt magically arrives through your letterbox and you've no idea where it's come from or who made it. And this flax has been grown in Britain since prehistory, and we just thought, wouldn't it be amazing to try and get students to prepare a piece of textile, weave a piece of textile that they've grown from seed and prepared at every stage of the way. So we're doing something that belongs here, that might well be the future of textile production. And this is my son Kai here, who's wanting to interject here. So yeah, that's why we're growing flax. It's very exciting.
Yeah. And I'm particularly excited about it as well because it gives us an opportunity to overlap the different courses. So I run the horticulture course and Andy's doing his new course, the Engaged Ecology Master's degree this year. And because we're doing the growing together and his course will be doing the processing and then sowing the seeds for the subsequent course, and my students will be looking after it, it's a really good opportunity to really embrace that holistic learning module, not just in terms of looking at the whole process of the flax plant, but also cross-pollinating the different groups and students and all working together and hopefully coming up with something that's really quite unique. And I just got in my hands here just a few little examples of what we'll be doing. So this is one of the flax plants that is just still in flower. So this whole field was full of these beautiful lilac flowers. And then these flowers will then drop off and you can see just their seed heads are starting to form, and then down here we've got these lovely seed heads. And if I just crack that open, I'll crack that open in a minute so you can see it, but while I've got these in my hand, I've got a couple of examples of what we'll do with the flax. So here is some of the flax in mid-process, so you can see it's really quite amazing stuff. This has been retted, where the pith has been rotted off and the pith has then begun to be combed out, and you get these sort of horsehair-like fibres, which then I've been experimenting with and spinning on this drop spindle. So once I've done that, the next stage would then be to weave it, and we're also growing dye plants in the garden, so eventually we can make a piece of cloth that's been grown, processed, spun, weaved and then dyed with stuff that's grown in the college. And if I just show you here, we've also got the opportunity to have flax seeds, so these little seed heads, so you can see there, but they're not. There's one there that's just starting to form, you can see those two. So we can also use those for food, and the beauty of this is that we'll be saving our own seed this year, so we'll have our own Schumacher variety of flax. So over the years that will become more and more adapted to growing in our conditions, which means that we'll hopefully get a better crop each year. And it's just been such a joy, hasn't it, Andy, just to see it grow. And you can see here, I mean, you just look behind us, there's this beautiful swathe of flax plants here, and like I said, when it was in flower it was just looking absolutely gorgeous.
And of course we're harvesting it
yes,
today
we are.
as a community. So.
Yeah, we've got a few of us here today that we're going to be harvesting it, and I can just do you know how to?
I have no idea.
So I'll just do a quick demo. So it's because you want to maintain, I'll just put these down, you want to maintain as long of fibres as possible. You don't cut the flax, you just grab your plant. So I've just pulled that whole thing up, give it a shake off like that, and that's basically it really. And then we're going to bundle these up into sheaths, and then when we're ready we can start processing them. But the fibres that we're using run the whole length of the plant. So we don't. If we cut them, we'll obviously be losing some of the length of the fibres. But it's a relatively straightforward process, really, and we're going to gather them up, tie them together, dry them, and then when it comes to using them, we can start processing them into the fibre.
Hard to imagine that your tea towel began life as that.
It is, but it's also just incredible to think as well, isn't it? So it's like that we can make something like that from essentially just a plant fibre.